Hey, what's up guys? Video number 2. I'm going to show you the full formula for all the modes. All you need is 3 simple shapes. 3 1-string shapes, that's it. And you can take this whole 7-string formula and make any mode on the bass. Actually works on guitar as well. And then I'm going to take you and show you how to make walking bass lines using these modes. So check it out. Enjoy. Okay, this is the overall formula for any mode, right? For them all together. If I had a 100-string bass, I could just keep playing this all the way down, right? You just need 3 shapes, 3 finger shapes, that's it. One string, 3 notes. You got 2 whole steps, right? You've got 1, 2, 4, and 1, 3, 4. That's all you need. That's all 3 shapes that you'll ever play in any of these modes, okay? So the shape goes whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, and then repeat. And one of your modes starts on each of these 7 lines, okay? So if you take a look at that chart, what you see, if I start on the first whole step, I get Mixolydian. And I can take that up as many strings as my bass has. I got 4, but if you had a 5-string, 6-string, 7-string, 20-string, it's all going to work out in this shape, right? If I start on the third whole step, I get Lydian. Whole step, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Right? If I start on the first 1, 3, 4, I get Aeolian. Whole step, whole step, whole step. Right? If I start on the second 1, 2, 4, I get Phrygian. 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, whole step. And these work vertically, but they also work horizontally. So if I start on, if I want F Ionian, and I start on the second whole step, I got whole step, whole step, whole step, whole step. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. Right? Or so they're all connected in this way. So if you learn that simple 7-line formula, then you got all of them down. Easy. So let's look at the modes, all in the key of F on the bass. If we look at the key of F along my E string, F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F. Here's a backing track in the key of F. You can download this at the link below. F Ionian. G Dorian. Keep in mind these are all the F major scale. This backing track is just F major. Same 7 notes, just starting on different notes. A Phrygian, again, just the F major scale, but starting on A now. B flat Lydian. major, F Ionian. And then it keeps going again, G Dorian. Again, these are all F major, so I can use these to create melodies or bass lines over this F major backing track, because all these modes are just parts of F major. So I could look at them from the idea of them being different modes, or I could think of them as all being F major, or all being any one of these modes. It connects my whole neck of my bass in one key. So another way we use modes on the bass is in walking bass lines, or really any bass line, but you can really see how it works out in walking bass lines. We use them to fit our bass line to the chord changes, so we can really hug those harmonies and make sure our line is supporting the harmony that the rest of the band is playing. So I got two different chord progressions we're going to look at. The first is a G blues, and the second is 2-5-1 in the key of G. So with the G blues, we got three chords: G7, C7, and D7. Now these are all dominant chords, right? So they're not in the same key technically. We'd still call this a G blues, but technically each of those is the 5 chord in another key. So we're going to use the mixolydian on each of those chords to create our walking bass line. We're going to use a G mixolydian on the G chord, we're going to use a C mixolydian on the C chord, and we're going to use a D mixolydian on the D chord. So in our G blues, we've got G7, C7, and D7 are the 3 chords we need to use. On 7 chords, or dominant chords, we use a mixolydian mode. Okay, so I'm going to use G mixolydian, C mixolydian, and D mixolydian. So the basics of a walking bass line is we're playing quarter notes in a 4-beat bar. Basically there's 4 notes per measure. We got to come up with these 4-note lines, and it's nice to have an ascending line, so I'm going to use 1, 3, 5, 6, okay, for my ascending line, and I'm going to use 8, 6, 5, 6 for my descending line. And I can move that to the C or the D. Okay, I just move that around, that same shape, because they're all mixolydian, they're all dominant chords. I can use that same shape. I just move it around to my G root, my C root, and my D root. Here we go. G7 on the G mixolydian, C7, playing C mixolydian, back to the G7, to D mixolydian, C mixolydian, back to the G, and that's the blues. And you can mix it up, throw in some fills. 2-5-1, that's A minor 7 to D7 to G major 7, 2-5-1. On the 2 chord, our second mode is Dorian, so we're going to use A Dorian. On the 5 chord, the D, we're going to use D Mixolydian, okay, because Mixolydian is the 5 mode. And on the 1 chord, on the G, we're going to use G Ionian. Now keep in mind, again, all 3 of those scales are different modes of G major. All the same scale, we're just looking at it from different roots. And as a bassist, that really helps because we want to be able to fit these lines while still highlighting the roots, so the rest of the band can really feel that bottom, feel that support of the root. So check it out. For the 2-5-1 chord progression is very similar. 2-5-1 in the key of G is A, D, G, or A minor 7, D7, G major 7. I'm going to use A Dorian. That's the 2 mode. That's the second mode, remember? I'm going to use D Mixolydian. And I'm going to use G Ionian. Okay? And I'll follow similar principles of having ascending lines and descending lines. So I'm going to get a little more creative on this one and show you how we can connect up and down the neck with everything just like we did with that F scale. Okay, so check it out. Here's some walking bass line on a 2-5-1 in the key of G. A minor 7, D7, G major 7. That's a 2, 5, 1 in the key of G. And on the bass, I'm using A Dorian, D Mixolydian, and G Ionian. Those are all G major, same 7 notes, 1 sharp, F sharp. Just looking at it from the root of each of those chords. A, D, G. And once you start seeing the whole pattern up and down the neck, you can really start expanding and create these nice long lines with some really nice motion to them. It to tell a story. So again, you can get this backing track in the link down below this video. So you can play around and try out some different bass lines. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, hit the download link down there, and you can get the PDFs of all this stuff, these backing tracks I've been using. And if you're so inclined, check out my Patreon. We got more videos like this kind of stuff, and we're just hanging out over there talking music and figuring stuff out. So have a good one, guys.